Hey, come see us on tour. We're going to be in Los Angeles, Columbus, Ohio, Dayton, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Lexington, Kentucky, Burbank, California, and Honolulu. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. But watch what happened. So if you go to Jonathan Capehart, he's an editor for the Washington Post, and he hosts a show called First Look. His first look on for Washington Post TV. And watch what happens. Here we go.
Does it seem like this week Donald Trump is laying the groundwork for contesting the election by complaining that cheating was taking place in Pennsylvania by suing Bucks County for alleged irregularities? And this is on top of his continual assertion that if he loses, it's because of cheating.
Yeah, he's been laying the groundwork for this, just not in the last week, but in the last umpty-ump months. No election can be fair in Donald Trump's mind, unless Donald Trump wins it. And I think we are going to see him both rev up his supporters to contest elections outside of courtrooms and go to every courtroom he can in America where it's relevant to make whatever arguments he can, no matter how far-fetched. We saw
Jonathan,
that
I've
work
got
out last time, but it didn't work out this time.
Finish, Hugh.
It may not work. That may not happen this time. And now I'll let you go, Hugh.
Well, I've just got to say, we're news people, even though we're at the opinion section. It's got to be reported. Bucks County was reversed by the court and instructed to open up extra days because they violated the law and told people to go home. So that lawsuit was brought by the Republican National Committee, and it was successful. The Supreme Court ruled that Glenn Youngkin was successful. We are news people, even though we have opinions, and we have to report the whole story if we bring up part of the story. So yes, he's upset about Bucks County, but he was right, and he won in court.
Okay, so that's weird to see a guy on a Washington Post news broadcast tell the truth about something. That's what's really weird about it. And guess what? Whenever that happens, it really pisses off the rest of the people, especially the editors of the Washington Post, which Jonathan Capehart is. So watch how he reacts to this.
That's the story.
I'll let you.
So sassy.
It gets better.
Girlfriend's upset.
You're like Jonathan Capehart.
It gets better. You want to watch?
Yeah, dude, get it. And his pen, jeez.
I'll let you keep going, Jonathan.
No, I don't appreciate being lectured about reporting when Hugh many times you come here saying lots of things that aren't.
I won't come back, Jonathan. I'm done. I'm done. This is the most unfair.
Yes.
So he gets called out for lying and reporting a story in a false way, and his reaction is to be insulted and I'm taking umbrage. How dare you point out that we're lying to our audience? This is about Trump. This is what we've been doing for the last 8 years. Don't you get it? What are you doing on our show, and how dare you call out when we're blatantly lying about something? And he says, well, fuck you, I'm leaving. And watch how he happened. Well, here we go.
I won't come back, Jonathan. I'm done. This is the most unfair election ad I have ever been a part of. You guys are working. That's fine. I'm done.
So Queenie.
So Ruth, you wrote a column this week ending with this line,
Not like water off a duck's ass to him. He's like, so Ruth, let's talk some more shit about Donald Trump. And watch, he does. Watch, they do it.
Actually, I think this is perfect. We're going to put it on the screen. You wrote, you want to know the stakes of this election? Not only democracy, but decency. Talk more about that, Ruth.
Okay, I'm collecting myself.
This woman is traumatized right now.
Ruth is frozen. So hang in there, everyone. We're going to see if we can try to get Ruth back to this We're going to get Ruth back in a moment. This is First Look, Washington Post Live's nonstop shop for news and analysis, and Ruth is back. So I'm going to read that quote back again from your column, Ruth, where you wrote, "You want to know the stakes of this election? Not only democracy, but decency." We lost her again. Everybody, if you've been watching First Look, you know that these conversations can't.
The Lord works in strange
So
and
I
mysterious ways.
didn't believe in God before this, but I definitely believe in God now. And watch how he wraps it up.
Be interesting, contentious. You just saw Hugh Hewitt leave the conversation, which is lamentable, unfortunate. It is what it is. I am Jonathan Capehart. I want to thank you all very much for joining us on First Look. For more of these important conversations, please sign up for a Washington Post subscription.
Please, give us some money so I can bullshit you and lie to you some more about what's actually happening in the world. Subscribe and all this shit. By the way, no one's subscribing to this bullshit. That's the only reason this is on the air is because a billionaire owns it and he wants government contracts.
I am thinking about it now, honestly.
What's that?
After that display, I am thinking about subscribing. He's like the assistant in Zoolander to Will Ferrell's bad guy. The guy that he threw the coffee in his face.
So that really happened. That's the state of corporate news right there. And even when they get called out, he's like, hey, shut the fuck up. This doesn't matter. Can you believe that? Ruth, can you say some more bullshit about Donald Trump and decency, please? And then we're going to ask people to give us money. There you go. That's all. This is what's called, what George Orwell called their 5 minutes of hate. If you subscribe to that, it's because you need your 5 minutes of hate. You need your elixir, your catnip for the hatred of half the country that you don't like. And that's all. This isn't about news or information. This is about you getting your part of that psyche strokes where you need to hate people and feel superior. And that's not about news. And that's why the country's in the state that it's in, because we don't have a functioning fucking news media, and people have to come to asswipes like me to get the actual truth about what's happening in America, and fuck guys like that.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm thinking about subscribing to 5 minutes of Cape.
Hey, come see us on tour. We're going to be in Los Angeles, Columbus, Ohio, Dayton, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Lexington, Kentucky, Burbank, California, and Honolulu. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.